You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant.
So I saw something on Instagram that was really interesting. And it's the relationship between your marriage and how your marriage affects your children. So do you think that your kids are only happy when your marriage is happy?
No.
I think it has a heavy, because your marriage is your environment. So
Right.
I think there is a lot of weight put on that, and it increases the risk significantly of having an unhappy, fucked up child, right? Because a lot of these fucking white men serial killers and all that shit, they say, my parents got divorced when I was young, and I was really unhappy, and so I decided I was going to kill everybody for it. So
Damn it, Jess.
wait, let's be clear.
Amen.
All of these series, all of these mass murderers, all these true cannibal eating psychos, they're not
Jess,
black.
back off the ledge. Back off the ledge.
Keep shooting. And you got to keep shooting.
I'm just saying, I've been waiting for somebody to be like, look at all of the, it's like the whole Chris Brown being banned from paying tribute to Michael Jackson because he's an alleged child molester. Yeah, Chris Brown beat the fuck out of Rihanna, but he's still been allowed to lace the upper echelon people's pockets and shit and still put out music, and you're going to stop him from doing that. And still, you're pretty much fucking doing a Jeffrey Dahmer reprise, making revenue off a goddamn cannibal, like making all these movies, all this shit. But Chris Brown can't do a tribute to somebody who allegedly was a child molester. I think somebody's got some things fucked up, and it's not fair. So anyways, roll it all the way back to what we were talking about because I fucking forgot.
Marcus, do you think that kids are only happy when their parents' marriage is happy, friend? Why did I had to let the firecracker pop off over there for a minute, so I just had to let her get it out. Go ahead. No, Jess, this is your platform. Get it out, sister.
Are the kids happy when the marriage is happy?
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Because when the marriage isn't happy, we do things to our kids. Or we
unhappily? No.
Project onto the kid. Yes,
sometimes,
we do all of these things, and it makes for an unhappy.
Sometimes that's the outlet. Okay, I'm not. I don't even want to talk to my wife or husband right now, but me and the kids, we're gonna go have a good time. And
Lies.
We're gonna explore the world.
Lies. Kids are
take
kids.
over the planet. They
kids are kids, and the moment Timmy spills a carton of milk on the floor,
God damn it,
you're
Timmy!
snapping. You are snapping.
What are you doing?
And Timmy is traumatized, and it's because your displaced anger.
Or that's Timmy's new normal. Doesn't make it right or wrong, but Timmy is a child, and they don't know any better, so their environment is their environment at times. So,
and I believe there are just some kids that just fare well no matter what.
That's true.
There are just some kids that fare well no matter what. But I think the majority, don't quote me, the majority of kids, well, it's proven they're heavily influenced, and there's adverse mental effects when you have to be a part of a bad marriage.
Mathematics would say that a healthy marriage would encourage healthy kids as far as their mental and their happiness, etc. So.
That kind of reminds me of our kids, because I'm not sure if I should be offended or because people are like, I don't know how your kids are so good. Like, it's just like it's an anomaly for us to have 5 good kids that don't cause problems. Like, people are like, how did you guys do? What are you guys doing? And me, I'm like, oh, so black people can't have good, well-mannered black children? Like, I don't get it. Like, what do you expect? But
Do you think it is because you guys are outnumbered? That's maybe why people say that. It's like you just have so many kids and they're close in age. It's like,
it's
how
weird.
do you manage all that?
They're such good kids. Like they expect them to be bad or not good. And so I get it all of the time. And I've even told Marcus that it bothers me sometimes when people do that. Like, how do you have such good kids? What do you mean, how? Are they supposed to be fucked up? I don't get it. And we're just raising our kids. We're just doing what feels right. And I don't know, it's fucking working.
Yeah, but devil's advocate.
As of on here, it's fucking working, motherfucker. Fuck this bitch. Okay, go ahead.
But we can appreciate the appreciation for what we're doing, right? And what we're doing with our kids.
Well, it depends on how you say it. Sometimes it's said in a way like, how do you guys have good, like what you're not supposed to have good
What's
kids,
your
or
secret?
It's not expected.
I don't know. I expect it, so I'm not even so much worried about what the folks is saying.
But do you get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying, 100%.
Sometimes it makes me uncomfortable when they're kind of like, they're literally questioning me, and I'm like, I don't know. Fuck, we're just raising our kids. You
got to expect the expected, though. For me, that's what I do. That's. Of course, people are gonna think that in some. In some communities, how and why are you guys different, or
right? Like
how did you figure that out?
Or like we're rare, or it's rare to see that.
But that's not for us. That's what we like. I expect that, and that's what we expect. It is
what.
To be on the good side, right?
Well, yeah.
To be in a positive.
But I don't think everybody, they're shocked.
That's not our problem. And that's not our problem.
Do you guys think that, I guess maybe a way to answer that when people do ask that is just, I raised my kids right. What do you expect? Like, that's how I would respond.
I don't.
Like, that would be my immediate response.
I just say we're just raising our kids. That's all I say is we're just raising our kids, because that's exactly what we're doing. And they're their own people. They could go any way, either way, do whatever. But for some reason, they're just really good. They're good human beings.
Amazing children.
What's the thing is, like, you don't raise your kids you guys as kids aren't raised in a fucked up environment or in a fucked up atmosphere. So I don't understand why people would be so like shocked by that.
Well, that's why I take offense sometimes when it's like head scratcher, how? And I'm like, I don't know, shit. We're just raising our kids.
They're talking like y'all ain't got, like there ain't no dad in the home or something.
Exactly. Or like, I see you two aren't shit. Or you guys are yourselves. So how the fuck are you raising these wonderful kids? You've got to be oh God, we don't do that. We don't say that. And I guess that's how you're supposed to raise great kids. But we're pretty fucking authentic and
be good humans.
So there's something interesting about that, what you just said, Jess, because about, some parents wanting to raise their kids, holier than
didn't work for me.
You came out solid, though. You like to say that you're not straight, but you good, mama.
Do you know
got
how
it.
Traumatized I am from that shit.
Well, that's the thing. Like this thing I saw online had said that how like kids kind of have to see your parents have disagreements and things like that. And I remember we've had that discussion before of like sometimes your kids watch you guys have disagreements and stuff to not live in a fantasy world or be naive to, the world around them and know that like mom and dad have differences and things like that. But my question to that is, where's the line with that? Because when does it may become toxic? Or can be toxic on the kid?
If it's happening all of the time, I think it can become toxic. If you're involving your kids in your fights and shit,
right?
I think it can become toxic. Or it's just like we drink in front of our kids. But if we're fucking falling down drunk and fighting people and puking all over the place and not being able to be there for them because we're completely fucked up, I think that can be damaging. What?
My bad.
I mean, there's been a few times, but we're human. But I think those things can be damaging when it's extreme. But I think they need to be, there's a healthy amount of exposure that they just need to experience. And so
I agree with that. Healthy exposure to real life. Everything's not perfect. Everything's not cupcakes and rainbows. And how do you navigate that? We're still going to be married. We're still going to come back around. We're not going to, we may have different views, but we're not going to crucify each other and disrespect each other in this interaction. At least that's us in our house. That's what we try to do, is maintain a certain level of decency. But yeah, just to let the kids say, yeah, we may disagree and you can have your own voice, but we still love each other and we still
It's about being open, and honest with your kids and communicating with your kids just like you communicate with each other. I think like our older generation, adult business is adult business, and we don't discuss this and we don't talk about this. And there are some things that we need to talk about. You know, like example, I lost a good friend. I need to talk to my kids about that, because that is real life and shit like that happens. It happens. And so
they can get their reps in and their communication.
If it ever happens to them,
or an example of how to do things.
And so that's where I think just this generation, and maybe I don't know about my kids' generation. I don't know if they even know how to communicate whatsoever. But parents, communicate to your kids. Like, just keep it fucking real. It's so cool because Carmen and I are discussing current events and all of these things together, and that's how it should be. Make them all around.
I agree, sister.
So when you guys, let's say, have a disagreement or whatever you want to call it, or Jess throws a fit, I'm kidding.
Well, they're used to that, so they don't say anything. They're like, oh, it's just mom.
Here we go.
She's just dropped to the ground again. She's good.
But like, so I know, like we just said, like, you know, there's a healthy balance of, you know, kids seeing the truth and the reality of what, you know, goes on. But is there a limit to what it is that they hear and see? And what I mean by that is, let's say you're popping off at Marcus Jess. Mm-hmm. Like, if the kids are there, are you going 110%, or are you dialing it back to like 85?
They see there's a conflict. I'm not necessarily going.
No, that's a terrible answer.
Me.
No, you just
wait a minute, Kel.
You just tap danced around that. No, you just tap danced around that question.
It's not just me. I'm not like sitting there. No, there is clap back. There is and sometimes it's him with me and I clap back. So it's, I mean, there's levels, and sometimes I will cut it off. I do. I have to cut it off. Actually, he will keep the argument going in front of anybody. And I'm like, okay, we're not going to do this right here, right now. It's gone. It's going beyond an argument. And let's take this upstairs. And let's close the door so I can assassinate you verbally.
Kel, all that to say that there is a difference in conversation. We're mindful when we're in front of the kids. It may be...
You are?
Well, it may get hot and heated,
but... Like, no. And I'm
wait. But it's different in the room. We could go to... X instead of rated R.
We go toe to toe.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Kel, so yes, there is a mindful thought. Okay, yeah, the kids are here and we're getting there, but we should just save this for when the kids are gone, and then we can go there. I don't think he's
ever had that moment. I think I have clipped every argument that is escalating.
I let her think that. I let you think that.
That's really?
Cool.
You keep talking. He keeps popping off at the mouth. He keeps saying stuff, and I'm like,
I do.
So a lot of the times I'll just leave.
I do.
I'll just walk out of the room because it's becoming too much for me.
Is that when she does that thing, Marcus, you told me, when she goes, I'm done.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it's one of those. Okay. Yeah. But I'm not done. I remember that. Yeah.
And he's not done.
Yeah.
But I'm not done. And I'm like, we're done down here.
Yeah.
Now we can go ahead and put the gloves on upstairs.
Not officially.
Now,
though.
Marcus, is that an ego thing? Is that like your ego won't allow it, or like your pride to wait to take it upstairs, or are you like, I'm getting all this out now, I don't give a fuck?
I think that's what it is. I think he holds it all in, and then when he's triggered, he doesn't care, and it's and I'm like,
No,
oh my God,
I can't.
oh my God, shut up.
Bring it back. So I'm aware. I mean, sometimes it just feels good to get it out, and that's okay. You're not gonna do me like that.
In front of the kids, though.
I hold it in, and
He ain't shit.
as men, sometimes we feel like we need to do that though, just to get through to the next.
Argue me down in front of the kids. Do you need
situation.
support? Like, what are you
Or
hoping
to the
they
next
jump
crisis.
in? Like, I don't get it.
But yeah, but I still am mindful though. I'm like, okay, I'm on.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what you're saying right now.
I'm on red.
You are mindful?
Yeah, I am mindful. Because it could get a lot worse, right? So I want to save it, and then let's go hash it out and go upstairs, get it all out. Try to be a little bit respectful, but be nasty. I try to get my point across. I guess it's my point, right? And like you say, I was mad. So this is what I said, right?
Right.
And that works both ways.
Yeah, but like not in front of you gotta like.
Sometimes.
That's where
And then you show them the love afterwards, though. You show the kids, we could be upset with each other,
well,
but we
that's
could
what
come
it is.
back
you have
around,
a conflict,
right?
and then you see that they have resolved the conflict. They're back to
Examples.
happy. It doesn't
Living
happen
off
every
experience.
week. It doesn't happen like that.
LOX.
I think that's healthy. And even when he does clap back a little too far, that's life. It happens. And it's me who's like, oh my God, I've got to go upstairs.
Has there ever been a time where either one of you may have clapped back at each other in front of the kids and it turned into, I cannot believe you said that in front of the kids? Have you guys ever had that moment?
Just him.
Really?
Just him. Don't talk to me like that in front of the kids. Don't.
What I would say is, and this is for all the couples that are listening now, and for all the gentlemen that are in my position, and you got a firecracker, and then you got a.
Why do I have to have that type of label? I'm just myself.
Chill. So my clap back is labeled as what a 10 or 12, right? But it's just a normal response. It doesn't happen very often. So it's like, oh my goodness, let me clutch my pearls because
right. He's like, no, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
He's like, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. And I'm like, oh my God, I care.
Well, listen though, but for someone that's a little bit more consistent with the shots, the pew, 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 then it's seen as, okay, this is consistent. I don't think there's any difference, right? I'm just kind of picking and choosing when.
The difference is what you said is I'm consistent.
I know.
I'm consistent with you, the kids. It's very consistent. I am the same person to them and you at all times.
Sometimes. They don't make it right or wrong, though, is my point, though.
But you can change. And then when you're like that and you're, that's a different side. At least I'm fucking consistent. And I'm going to cuss you out, cuss the kids out, cuss everybody. Everybody's going to get cussed out today. And the kids ignore it. He ignores it.
I save mine.
Fine.
I build up all the energy, and then when it releases, it's real.
There's going to be a lot of writing. We got some markers where we can write on our mirrors.
Yeah.
And
you wrote, I love you on mine, and I really appreciated that. That's like I said,
he said he teared up.
I got a little misty about my eyes when I seen it on my mirror. Yeah.
You know what? That's kind of sad.
Did she never tell you?
I know.
She never tell you
that's
she
kind
loved
of
you or
fucking
something,
sad.
bro?
I like to see stuff like that at my age. I like to see that. I can appreciate that.
There's something about writing it on a mirror. You know what? There is something because we say it over text. I love you. I love you. I love you. But to see it in a different form, I guess, it hit different. And I just wrote, I love you on the mirror. And he really, when you said it, I was like, yay. Oh, Like, do I never
Do
say
better.
I love you?
Do better.
All the time. We say it all the time. But I guess it's just different.
Do you guys
Special message.
think that your kids pick up on you guys' vibes when you guys are going through something? And let's say like you guys are going through something and you didn't do it in front of them, right? Do you think, and they can just kind of tell like, something don't seem right with mom and dad? Do you guys think they pick up on that stuff?
Maybe the oldest, because she seems to be an empath. So she is. So I think she picks up on it, but they're so busy fighting each other. And they're just so busy, I don't think they see it all of the time. Right. But, I mean, we've had some pretty epic blowouts in the past few months, so they know. And it had to do with them, though. It started with them, and then it ended with us. So...
So who would you say then with this like blowing up in front of the kids? Marcus, is it like, because you said like you're consistent. And when you're consistent, you know, everybody kind of knows what you're getting, right? And they ignore you.
Yep, they absolutely
But when Marcus does it, he kind of
me
picks
off.
and chooses, and then it bottles up and he blows up. Does it seem like Marcus's approach is a little more effective? Because you don't know when to expect it.
Well, it makes you listen when he does that. It kind of goes, wait, stop. He's really upset. And he's not blowing up. He just doesn't stop. And that's when it's like, okay. He is really mad. We're going to stop this right here. We're going to stop this conversation. I'm going to walk out. Because if I don't, he's going to keep flapping at the jaw. And, you know, you're talking about how great you are. Maybe I'm showing some restraint by walking out of the room.
Show you restraint then. Cool. All right. I appreciate
Because we don't want
that.
to fool, you know.
I appreciate it. That's why I show my restraint, because we don't want to fool. I let you get your dubs. That's cool.
My dubs, though.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
My dubs.
I'll give you that victory.
All I said was, I'm tired of asking you to empty the garbage or something like that. And that's a dub?
I take the garbage out every week.
Once a week.
The kids take it out, but I take it to the street.
It's just small.
Blood, sweat,
Remember,
and
Kel, we've already
tears.
said he does not like to be criticized in any
Don't criticize
way.
me.
And that's a lot of the time when these arguments
point.
happen is when
I'm
when
on
I
my
say
game.
something that he doesn't like, which is always true.
It's that Capricorn shit.
Don't.
And
They're all
then
like
he's
that.
just like, he's like, what? I'm not perfect? Oh,
No,
okay,
not
My cousin's a
then.
Capricorn.
That's
He's exactly
true.
like you, Marcus.
And that's not true.
What do you Capricorns? You guys are all like that. You don't like being fucking
cannot.
criticized
He cannot
or
do
Work,
it.
told
though.
that you did some shit
He
wrong.
can't handle
work.
it.
You all are about your money. That's all you niggas care about is money.
Actually, I can appreciate that.
Yeah. I know I can too. Like my uncle's a Capricorn. I have a cousin that's a Capricorn. I have some friends that are Capricorns. You guys are all the same. All the same.
It is.
Selfish bastards.
They definitely are about their
You're
money.
cheap as fuck.
And they're
You're cheap
frugal.
with everything. They're frugal except when it comes to themselves.
He's very frugal when it comes to himself, but he's not frugal when
Is
it
he?
comes to me.
Good man.
I can't do it all. So, yeah.
You're smart.
What did I didn't do nothing. What?
Yeah, it is.
I've been working all my life. Yeah. Yeah. You going to say one thing I'm doing wrong? Then what about all this?
That's what it is. It's like I would really appreciate when I ask you to please go pick up this. It's been a month. And when I remind him for the 5th time, he gets, and then I'm mad. I'm like upset about it. He gets mad at me. And I'm like, but I asked you 6 times last month.
Hey Jess, question about
How many
that.
times?
Is that did he actually truly forget? And you reminding him
I asked
was
him
he kind of
over
embarrassed,
and
or did he know and he knew, but he just wanted to do it on his time?
well, I think a lot of the time he forgets, but I give him reminders And I'll say it again. I'll be like, hey, and for me, my thing is when it comes to business, he doesn't forget. He's on top of it. He gets it all done. But I've been asking him for this one thing.
It's about his money.
This one thing for like a month. And then he's in the shower and I'm like, you know what? Just a random example.
Wrong time.
The hot water still isn't working. I asked you last month, so this is how it is. So, okay, I'm asking you again. And then he gets into his feelings. And he tries to blame me. And I'm like, but I asked you last month 4 times.
Devil's advocate, Marcus. Does it seem like she's asking or does it seem like she's coming off more like she's nagging?
I am nagging.
Because no one likes to feel like they're nagging.
In relationships, there's a certain way to deliver a message, right? But we all know what nagging feels like, and we all know what nagging looks like. And to be honest, sometimes I'm like, oh, damn, I had that on my to-do list that I had made, and I just haven't got there.
Right, because this meeting, this Zoom call, this meeting.
Called
that's
life
before it.
Showed up. Not that it's before it, but there's only 24 hours in a day, and you sleep for half of those times, right? You go in the bathroom for half of that.
That's lies.
time.
You are not sleep for 12 hours a day. And if you are, there is something wrong.
So, yeah. And my thing is, and you gentlemen, you tell me if you feel me or not, when you want and you're trying to do any and everything for your lady, right? And you want to be everything for her.
Oh, you know what,
And
Kel?
then
I'm starting to think this is like a way for him to
and then
when you do everything for your lady.
And then when it's thrown back in your face, like you're not doing this thing, you're not.
Because I asked you 5 times.
And you're not doing this thing. It's like, okay, wait a minute. The gloves is off now, so I need to play defense. I need to defend myself.
I've asked you 5 times for a month.
You gonna get this work, and that's just kind of.
I've asked you 5 times for a month.
Sometimes that's what it comes to, but I'm a self-reflector.
That's literally everything. I've asked you 15 times.
After I get it out, I'm like, okay, I see where you're coming from. I put myself in your shoes. I get it. I understand. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. I could be honest with that. I do not like it, but I feel you. So
right, and that's where the full circle comes around, where he's in the kitchen like, and I'm like, you know what? I've got to leave. I've got to walk out of here because this man is mad because I asked him to do something 15 times, and the 16th time I was not happy.
I know.
So I don't know why I should have to be like, you know.
Why should I respond?
We literally have these talks. We just had this.
We do.
I said, do I have to ask nicely a 16th time for you to just ignore it? No.
See, that's condescending as fuck, though, Jess. Because you can't I mean, and I get it.
Kel,
like, you're annoyed.
It's the 16th
No, I feel
time.
you.
What do you think this is?
No, I get you, and you have a limit, and you're only gonna take so much. I totally get that, but I don't know, man. Being condescending makes me not want to do shit more. Because now I'm just like, oh, now you're just trying to insult my intelligence.
No,
you know what
I'm not
saying?
insulting
There's
intelligence.
one thing of getting your point across and going hard on me because it's like, damn, I fucked up. But when you're condescending and you're insulting my intelligence and be like, do I need to talk nice to you? Do I need to? It's kind of like, okay, now you're talking to me like I'm a child.
I don't normally do that, but after
Gotcha.
This 45th time of me asking him 16 times and him getting mad.
Yeah, that went from 16 to 45.
No,
back
I'm
to
saying
16.
this is the 45th time that I've had to ask him something 16 times. So yes, I'm going to say, should I do something different?
And I don't know if it's so much, I don't feel like she's talking to me as a child or it's on a disrespectful type of way. And you know what I'm saying? I said it's not a disrespectful type of way.
I'm like,
damn.
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just
Yeah.
asking you to do it.
Right.
He just gets mad.
No.
He gets mad because he realizes he still hasn't done it, that I have asked him several times. And I don't even have to ask him mean. I don't have to be condescending. I can just say, you know what? I asked you last month 4 times to do it. This is now the next month. This is now the 5th time. And he's, then he gets all mad. And it's like,
you know what it is? And I
Okay.
want, and I hope that you make a clip of this, Kel, because this will be good. This will be good.
so he's telling you what clips to post
All right.
now.
Let me write down the timestamp real quick.
You ask me all of these things and you like, okay, I'm not doing this. What if I was that dude that just said, no, I don't want to do it. I won't do it. And no, and you just deal with it. There's nothing to argue about. There's no...
Well, it doesn't work like that.
It could work like that, though. It
Well,
very well could. Like I said,
hypothetically
I
speaking-
want the best for my wife, and I want to do this, and I want you to be happy. But I could easily say no, and no, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that.
But sometimes it's stuff only you can do.
I know, and I could still say no.
Well, you know what?
It may not, and I'm not
Our
saying
kids would be those kids. We was raised in a fucked up environment.
I'm not saying it's right
Our
or
parents
wrong, but
was always arguing.
I
It
have
was
a
at each other's
choice. And
necks.
as men, sometimes maybe we feel like the woman doesn't understand that I have a choice in order to do what I'm trying to do to get it done. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not helping you with that. I'm not doing that for you. No,
It's not for me though.
I know, but I'm just making an example of
I'm
how
not asking
things-
you to do personal things for me.
Whatever it is, though,
I'm asking you to do things that need to be done.
there is a no, even if they need to be done, though.
Okay, well,
All
then,
men
you know
don't-
what? You know what? Next time, just say no and let's see where the chips fall.
Exactly. See,
Let's
that's
just see what happens.
that's
Let's
not
see
even
if we're
a fair
still doing
statement.
this podcast.
And again,
let's see.
That's saying that I don't
Let's
have a
see.
choice. I don't have a choice. I do have a choice.
You absolutely
let's
do have a choice.
Remember that. I want to make sure people can see my hand going like this on the table and on the bar.
And if
when
you see
I'm-
my hand, you
I'm touching.
absolutely
I
have a choice.
So if I'm gonna do it, if I haven't done it and the watch has struck midnight and I haven't done it, damn, my
The
bad.
watch is struck the next
but I'm
month.
still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. So
How does Jessica Trufant respond to a string of no's when she expected to hear yeses? I feel like you'd be like flabbergasted. You'd be like taken back.
I would be taken aback. Like, did this dude just did he just say no? And then I would be like, you know what? I will do it myself. I'll never ask you again. Let's see how that works out. So it's kind of like,
And then is that when Marcus feels guilty and steps in and does it?
No,
Do you ever get a
nope.
sense of guilt, Marcus? No?
I know the game, and we know the game. We say things, we do things, and I'm guilty of this as well. But we know what time it is. I don't want her to have to do all this stuff. Like I said, the foundation of our relationship, I want the best for my wife.
but see, then you're kind of making it seem like you do everything, and I'm just here.
Nope, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm doing everything I can to make you happy. It's not even about doing everything. It's about, okay, if you want me to do something, I want to make sure I'm doing that for you. I want to make sure that you're
Right. So when you don't,
Right.
you get very butthurt.
right. And I'm like, okay,
Haven't we gone over this like 16
Yeah.
times? Right.
But what Kel was saying, like the string of no's and do I feel guilt? I know
No.
that she knows what I want to be to her, right? So it's not a game, but it's a dance.
Oh, it's a game, Kel.
It's a dance.
He
It's a
plays
dance.
games
It's
too.
a two-step.
I just told him stop playing games with me. Stop playing games
Step,
with me
step,
because
step,
I know
step,
him
step,
and I know
dip,
you're playing a
Bring
game.
it back and dip.
That's the thing. You guys think you're in charge, or you guys think you know, but women, we just know.
No, you
We have
guys
an
think
innate-
you're in charge. No, you guys think you're in
I
charge.
don't have to be in charge.
We just let you guys do your thing and move about. That's fine.
Like I said, we take the W's later. I'm gonna let you get these. I'm strong enough to let you have this
You know,
dub.
but the thing is I know that.
Okay, well,
That's the thing with
we'll
women.
live in
We
it
already
then.
know. We know you guys. I know when he thinks he's playing a game and like he's slick. I see you,
have
sir.
no
You're not
idea.
playing me. You're not playing a game.
You have no idea.
No, I am the ultimate Monopoly, chess, all those board games. So
You're hella
you
weak
cannot
at
play
checkers,
me.
though, so how do you even play chess?
I
She
don't.
didn't even know how to play checkers.
No, I don't.
I think the kids beat you.
Yeah, I know you don't know how to play
Nobody
checkers. We talked
sat
about this.
down and played checkers.
Yeah, I don't know how to play chess, but
Right, I played Barbies.
I'm the checkers guru, though. Inside
And my
recess when it
dad
was
didn't
raining?
play.
Inside recess, you didn't play checkers at all. You didn't know
Connect
what that was.
Four?
That's weird.
Well, maybe Connect Four, but in recess, I didn't play. Who's like, girls, come on, guys, let's play checkers.
No
What?
excuses, Jess.
We were
It's
playing
okay.
imaginary.
No excuses. It's okay to not be.
We were playing Sorry, Monopoly, like games that like have some substance to them, like where you can buy real estate and properties and shit. So
Maybe us project kids didn't have that, Jess, and all we had was checkers.
really, I don't know because I don't know if I had Monopoly.
I'm just talking shit.
I still play
I'm like,
checkers
I don't
now
think
with
I
my
had
kids.
Monopoly,
If we're at a
but I
restaurant and
definitely
there's a
played the
stray
shit
napkin,
out of Monopoly at my grandma's house, at everybody else's house that had. I think my granny had Monopoly, but yeah. So no, we didn't have chess. You know what we did have? My mom bought a game, and it was like a fucking world map where you rolled the dice and you fucking went around the world and named countries and shit.
Nice.
That wasn't.
Good game.
Well, you played Axis and Allies?
No, it was.
Was it that game?
Was
in
it
San Diego?
It was a big map. It like unfolded. It was like this huge map. It was an educational game.
To go along with the
That's
raisins
good.
at Thanksgiving. Never played that game.
Clearly,
but
I wasn't
that's
into education.
That works for me. All right. That's cool.
So, okay.
Well, guys, this was a great episode. Very interesting, very informative of letting parents know that it is okay to, have disagreements in front of your kids, to know that these kind of things happen
It's
in
real life,
relationships,
yeah.
even with mommy and daddy.
Fight.
Right. But as long as there's no disrespect, no name calling, no belittling, I think it's
Yikes.
a healthy part of
Even if there is a little
parenthood,
bit,
I guess.
as long as it doesn't happen all
Y'all
of
don't be
the
calling
time.
each other's names in front of each other, your kids. Come on now. You guys don't call each other
I
names.
will absolutely call him an asshole. Yes,
Yeah, no, yeah, but not.
but it's not like frequent. It's not like you're an asshole.
Right.
No, it's occasionally.
Do your kids ever be like, Mom, that's a bad word. Why'd you call Daddy a bad word?
Nope.
That's
It's a
hella
bad
good,
word.
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
My kids
Every
don't
other
even
thing
say
out of
shut
my
up. My
mouth
kids-
is a fucking
Really?
bad
Yeah,
word.
nah.
So,
Yeah.
and my kids don't
Yeah.
cuss.
They don't.
What do you know?
Truly Unruly, Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Of course, listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform and watch us on YouTube. Just search Marcus Trufant or search Truly Unruly on YouTube, and follow these guys on IG, Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant, and follow the page, Truly Unruly _podcast, and catch us every Sunday on Converge. I think that is it.
That's it. Right on
Cool.
time, brother.
All right, y'all. Till next time, peace and much love.